Hey y'all, Bay here, bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, and today I would like to go over all the new characters that arrived today, including the Salinas that was already existing that got a hidden ability this time. So starting off with Salinas, there's so many characters to cover today, so I'm gonna go over each character real quick. First up is Salinas, 2018 Salinas, the agility goalkeeper. This guy on the left was before the hidden ability. To be honest, frankly speaking, he wasn't like an OP goalkeeper even from when he first came out. But with this time's hidden ability, first of all, he got 900 up to all breakdown stats. It's now the original stat is now way better, and as a result, his catch is 13k and above just by adding his physical. And this guy's passive is stamina minus 20%, so he can use many skills compared to the other goalies. But because of this, he doesn't get any passive boost. However, this time in his hidden ability, he has full body stand 3%. Okay, so whenever the full power is on, he gets 3% buff on top of his stats. And in addition, he has 30% boost to both high and low ball. So whenever the opponent shoots flying shot, his stats will be super good. And at the end, including full power and high or low ball boost, his catch overall will become 17.5k. This is without limit break. So with this stats, if he does the super reflex, which is 475, that's only if you can bring that skill to this guy, and it's gonna become 83k, 83.3k catch. This is pretty damn strong. I think this is going to stop all the flying shots. Yeah, maybe not Margus because Margus is green, Fest Margus. But other than that, even Fest Tsubasa, that's red. So Ultimate Skydive, I have the feeling, will be stopped by this Salinas because he gets 30% boost. Plus, I've already done 33% in this Excel on the bottom right-hand corner because that's the maximum stats he can get with the full body plus the flying shot boost. Okay, but if he only got 3% boost, full body, I mean, not full body, full power. It's his catch with super reflex is going to be like 64.5k. So this 64.5, I wouldn't say is like really strong, but it's not bad because he will maintain this stats all the time as long as the full power is on. If not, full power is not on, maybe it's a little bit weaker, but still, this stat will be maintained against anybody, which is good. And he already has stamina minus 20%. So for those who have the Salinas and who's going or thinking of going with agility Latin American, maybe this guy can fit into your team. And also, this guy's team skill is now changed to Blue Latin America 17%. So this is also good, right? So that is Salinas. He's going to be a really strong goalie against flying shots for sure. And even against ground shots, it's not as good as like the top tier goalies that exist today. But compared to how he was before, he's much better. Yeah. Okay, so that is Salinas. And then the new Brazilian characters from Leo on the left. Second one is Natureza. Third one's Pepe. And fourth one is Radunga, whatever you call it. Sorry, I only wrote in Japanese. But the very right one is the very new Radunga. Okay? So, from Leo, this guy, he has combination Natureza 10%. So as a result, if you use him with Natureza, he can go up to, everything will exceed, all the offensive stats will exceed 10k. For shot, it's going to be like 12.7k, which is pretty good. But the problem with this guy is his shooting skill isn't that great. So as a result, even after the boost, he only reaches 56k. 56. This, to be honest, is not that great. Yeah. Am I right for real? I mean, let me check out his skill power. Yeah, it's only 440. That's the problem. But maybe, I don't remember, but maybe there was another shot from other Leo that might be stronger. Oh, okay. Brazil twin shot is 465. Yeah, so if you can use that, he will be a little bit stronger. Let me calculate it real quick. 12754 sorry 4.565. So he's gonna reach like 59k, but that's still 59. So out of these characters, the new 4 characters, I have to say that this Leo might be the worst. Yeah, because other stats aren't that good either. So I guess if you are to use him, he is most edgy on shot. But compared to other top tier shooters today, he is not at that level, to be honest. But of course, he has the skills, Latin American plus 2% for Rising Sun. So in terms of the team skill, of course, this is going to be useful for those who are going to be going with Latin American team. Okay. So next up is Natureza. This guy has green Latin American link, up to 8 characters, 15% boost. And as a result, his shooting stats will exceed 13k. This is okay. This is pretty good. But today there are characters that exceeds 13k, so I wouldn't say it's OP, but it's of course good. And his dribble exceeds 11k, his pass also exceeds 11k. So in terms of offense, he will be able to maintain this all the time. So if you think about that, it's going to be pretty useful. Okay, so but the problem with this type of link is this guy will only fit to people that's using green South American team or Latin American team. So for those who don't have those teams, it's not going to be very useful. That's the problem with all the new characters that's been coming recently, like Schneider or Misaki. Yeah. And his team skill, again, is the same as Leo. So for those who have a lot of green Latin American characters, this will be useful, okay? And this guy, the position is same with Leo, and the type is same. And after multiplying his new flying shot, his stats, no. His main skill is flying shot, but he also has as a sub skill Miracle Flying Drive Shot, which is 510, right? So if you do 13k times 510, it's gonna be 68k at the end. So this, I think, will threaten most of the top tier goalies. This is gonna be strong. Late 60,000 is still strong today, and I think because this guy can maintain this full time against anybody, this is gonna be really threatening. Okay. And his main skill is, I think it was volley. It might be high ball, sorry if I'm wrong. But this guy has good for both low and high ball. So as a result, where it says volley, his stats will go up. Whoops, why does it say 13k? Sorry, it's a mistake. Let me calculate it real quick. 15... So his stat will go up to 14.8k, 14.8. So as a result, if you multiply that with 475, which is this time's main skill, it's gonna exceed 70k. Sorry, my mistake. Where it says S volley, it says 62k, but it's 70k. It's 70 guys. 68 for Miracle Flying, 70 for volley. So this guy will be really threatening shooter for sure, because this will be maintained full time. Okay, so third one is Pepe. This guy actually isn't bad. Until today, there wasn't many great Pepes in the past, but this time, this guy's shooting power is better than Leo. I mean, this guy's stats is better than Natureza actually. Well, of course, this guy's passive is full power football, or no. Pedal to the metal, or was it? When full power is on, he gets boosted by 20%. So when you do that, he's going to be 13.8k. This is pretty strong. It's better than Natureza. Of course, it's limited. But when the full power is on, this guy's for sure will be a strong shooter. But the thing is, unlike Natureza, who has really high shooting skills, this guy's shot skill isn't that great. So, yeah, that's the thing. So when you multiply everything together with his new volley shot, it's going to end up to be 62.8k. 62.8. And if you look back to his past skills, I don't think there's many good shots in the past. So this is the most you can get. Yeah. But exceeding 62k is not bad. It's going to be threatening for sure. Yeah. But you have to be careful, because this guy, it will only be this strong when the full power is on. So unlike Natureza, who maintains his stats all the way, you have to be careful when to use him. Okay? And last but not least, Radunga, whatever you call him. He's the very new character. There wasn't any Radunga in the past. And this guy is DM, Agility DM, who has forward AM killer, 15%. And when you do the math, adding this 15%, his defensive stats, especially tackle, will exceed 13k. His block above 10k, and interception 9,700. So one thing that is a little bit upsetting for this character is this guy's block is better than interception. However, I don't know why, but they didn't give him S block. He only has A block, right? So that's a little bit disappointing part about this character. And as a result, for his tackle, when he's opposing against forward or AM, his overall stats will become almost 60k. This is good. 60k, I think, will get most characters dribble for sure, and maybe for some characters even like pass or shot if it's this strong. Yeah. And as for interception, which he has as a sub skill, is although he has S, because his pass interception stat is low, it's only gonna be around 43k. Yeah, which is not, well, it's not good for sure, but if you raise the skill, maybe he might be able to stop some passes. Yeah, that's how I think I should put it. 440 interception, the skill isn't that bad, but his stat is the problem. Yeah, his interception is only 8495 before the passive, and even with the passive, it's 9769. So if people faces this Radunga, maybe what you should do is pass over him or 1-2. Yeah, that's probably the way to dodge him. Okay, so that is Radunga. And next up is Event Chester. This guy, you can get him in online, right? Yeah, and this guy is very unique. His passive boosts his stats by 35%, but it's a little bit hard. You need to have Schneider, Mueller, Margus, and Kultz in your team, and you get the maximum 35%. Okay, and as a result, if you can do that, his pass is really strong, 13.4k. This is really strong, and his dribble is not bad either. So he will be a pretty good AM DM character, and he also has S German combination, or was it? I forgot what it's called, but the 1-2. So I think there was only A for this skill, but now there's S, and if you use this skill with his full boosted stats, it's gonna end up to be like 64k, which is pretty damn strong. It's gonna be really hard to stop. So yeah, if you're able to get this guy, it's gonna be good. And also his team skill is unique. German character is 17%. So if you have all the 9 German characters that exist right now, in the future, if Club keeps adding this team skills to the game, it's gonna be really strong. The German team will be really strong. However, you have to be careful because there's only 9 Germans. That means you need to put someone else for 2 slots, which means these 2 will get no team skill boost. So that's the point. But I think this might be worth doing. Yeah, 51% to all the Germans. This is strong. So right now you can't do that yet because there's only 1. But maybe in the future there might be times where you'll be able to make that. And if that happens, I think it's going to be pretty damn strong. Okay? And last is the event Wakabayashi. The event prize Wakabayashi. This guy, there's going to be blue and green. And green is the better one. Okay, so I'm comparing with Fest Wakabayashi because that guy is also green and it's Fest and it's one of the top tier goalies on the left, and on the right is this time's event Wakabayashi. And by the way, for blue Wakabayashi, it's not useless because he has a SGGK, which has 340 power. And I think if I remember correctly, one hand catch was like 290 at level 80. But SGGK catch is 340. So I think it's worth raising that skill as well because there's so many people who's using Wakabayashi, right? So I think this time's event, it's only 1 week, but it's really worth running, I think. Okay? And this time's better prize, Green Wakabayashi, this guy is weak, as you can see in terms of the stats, but his passive is full body stand 100%. So his skill will be twice the power. So I put PSGGK and SGGK version on the bottom where it's colored in red. So if you put PSGGK to this Wakabayashi, 510 at level 99, but this is going to be 1020 when it is when at the first attempt, right? And as a result, it's going to be 77.6k without limit break. And with limit break, if you do all limit breaks to catch, technique, and power, was it? It's going to be 80k. The difference isn't that big for this time because I think the stats is just too low. That it doesn't affect the overall stats, I guess. But it's still good, right? 77.6. Wakabayashi, first Wakabayashi, look on the left. With PSGGK against non-Japanese when he gets the buff, only reaches 76k. And this is supposed to be one of the strongest power stats. But this guy, this event Genzo, even exceeds first Wakabayashi, at least for the first attempt. But you have to be careful. Even with SGGK, it goes to like 72, which is not bad, right? But one thing you have to really be careful is this guy's stamina is only 886, right? But and full body stand means as your stamina goes down, the boost goes down. At the beginning, it's 100%, so it's twice the power. But I think I did this like when full body stand first came out with like 2018 Mueller or someone. I did the verification. I don't know. I haven't done it ever since then. So if they change the style, it might be wrong. But just take it as an example. Normally, full body stand, how it works is you can get the 100% buff until when you have above 80% of stamina. So this guy's maximum stamina is 886. So if you do the math, 886 times 0.8 is 709. Up to when you have 709, this guy keeps getting 100% buff. And then it gradually goes down until he has less than 20% of his stamina. So that is 177. So if it reaches 177, he should have no buff from the passive. That's how I think it works. Okay? It might be wrong because when I did this verification, it was a long time ago. But I think it's something like this. So it should gradually go down. That means, let's say when you use the PSGGK at first, and he'll probably stop most of the forwards OP shots because it's 77.6, it's strong. But PSGGK uses 390 stamina, which means he has 886 minus 390 equals 496 left. And this is 56% left of his stamina, which means, and I said the power of the passive goes down gradually from 80%, right? Which means if you have 56% left, that means you use 24% of the stamina from when you start losing gradually, right? That means 80% to 20% is where the range where you start gradually losing your buff. That means there's 60, right? And if it goes down evenly, and you have 100%, it should go down by 1.66 per stamina, right? Not per stamina, but yeah, per this, not stamina, but the range. So when after you do PSGGK once, his stamina will go down to like 56%. And at 56%, I think his boost will be around 60%. And at 60%, his second PSGGK should be around like 62k. I might be wrong, so that's why I didn't write that on my Excel, but just take it as an example, okay? I might be wrong, okay? Let me just say this because I don't want to mislead you guys, but I think it's important for you guys to know if this guy is really useful. So I think that's how full body stand works. And so, yeah, this guy at the first attempt is really strong because this 77.6k will work against anybody, unlike Face Wakabayashi. Because Face Wakabayashi, if he's facing Japanese, it's going to go down to 66k, right? And today, there's so many people who's using Solidarity that they are blending like non-Japanese and Japanese most of the times. So if they see that you're using Wakabayashi, they'll try to use Hyuga or Nita or whoever, right? So, but this event Wakabayashi, it doesn't matter who comes. You'll maintain this stat for the first attempt. But the problem with this guy is because the full body stand percentage is big, it will go down pretty fast. That means it might be very dangerous at the second try. So how to beat this Wakabayashi as an opponent standpoint is you just keep shooting and lose his stamina. Then he's going to be weak because his original stat is damn low. So yeah. So he has his really edgy pro and con. But I think the way to use him is probably to use him like for the first half, and then second half use Wakashimazu or whoever, or maybe use Wakashimazu from the beginning, and if it goes overtime, bring this Wakabayashi. Because overtime, I don't think you can't shoot like more than twice most of the times. So yeah, I don't think this goalie will be like a really good starter. You have to prepare another goalie for sure. For sure, because people know how to beat this guy, right? Keep shooting. So that's the problem. And by the way, the blue Wakabayashi has ASGGK, right? To save your stamina, maybe people might think, okay, why not use ASGGK then? But I did the calculation for that. 340, right? That's 680 at twice. But then with 680, it's only like 51k. So it's not good enough. It's not good enough. So you have to use something like PSGGK or God SGGK or Jumping SGGK. SGGK, to be honest, is not good enough because 72k is like Dream Collection Morisaki or like Red Salinas or yeah, characters like that. So it's not like super strong, right? So there's no like advantage or to use this guy if it's only that strong because he has really big disadvantage. You know, the sacrifice or the risk is too big that unless you get something like 77k, I think it's not worth using. So yeah, that's my opinion. And sorry if my calculation for the full body stand is wrong, but when I did it like 1 year ago, it was like that. So I hope it's like that still. Okay, so I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe for those who haven't yet, and for those who are going to be pulling, good luck. All right, thanks for watching and bye.